Today, we are going to show you how to render beef tallow. Hello, and welcome back to Nonsense Farm. If you're new around here, I'm Cathi. This is actually my home. My actual farm is about half an hour from here. I have 13 acres that I do not live on. I still work a full-time job, and I operate Nonsense Farm. So, today, we are going to show you how to render beef tallow. We make beef tallow balm that we sell in our farm shop, and I just wanted to show you the process of how it gets made. So this is beef fat. This happens to be kidney fat from grass-fed and finished beef from a local farm where I get my raw milk from. I saved all of the fat out of the cows that we butchered, and I have already made all of that into tallow balm, so this is the next one I have. So the first thing is that we have to chop it up in little bitty pieces. We put it in a crock pot overnight. Sometimes when you're chopping up the fat, you'll see pieces of actual, muscle beef on it, and you'll want to take those out and make it just as much just pure fat that you put in the crock pot as possible. Beef tallow is so good for your skin because the composition of the fat in beef tallow very closely resembles the moisture that your skin actually makes. It actually replenishes the skin barrier. It also contains essential fatty acids. It also includes vitamins A, D, E, and K. Excuse the dogs running by. Which are antioxidants, which can help reduce inflammation. So if you have, any inflammatory thing with your skin, including some people have good luck with acne, using beef tallow with acne, which is interesting. Eczema, psoriasis. Again, I'm not giving medical advice. It's something that might be worth trying. All right, we've got it all cut up. The next step is we'll put it in some water and a little handful of salt, and we'll put it in the crock pot overnight. This is 10 hours later. You can still see there's fat there. There's some that are gristly bits and meat, but there is some fat that's not dissolved yet. So we're gonna let this keep going. All right, this has been rendering for quite a while. So now I have poured it through cheesecloth and a strainer, straining all the liquid out. All the gristly bits will stay in there. Looks to me like there's still fat on there, so we may do another round on those guys. We'll just see how much we come up with. This has been melted and strained through cheesecloth twice. So everything is out of it except for just the tallow. So now we will cool it and see what it looks like. And we're back. It's several days later. This is what the tallow looks like after I've rendered it through twice. As you can see, it's perfectly, beautifully white and clean and fabulous. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna melt it again. Then we're gonna add the castor oil, because in our beef tallow balm, we add castor oil because it's so great for the skin. And then we'll wait for it to harden up a little bit. We'll whip it, and then we'll put it in jars. All melted down. So now I'm just going to wait for it to, there's a little bit unmelted, but that'll melt in this, the rest of it's melted. So now I'm going to wait for this to gently re-solidify, and when it's at a certain texture, I will add the castor oil to it. I will whip it up here, and then we will jar it up. And there we have it. So now we're gonna get it in jars and put some labels on it and send it on to you. There is probably a more professional way to do this, but what I do is scoop everything into a Ziploc bag and cut the corner off and pipe it into the jars. So here we go. I've been testing it all the way through and it is silky smooth. Sometimes tallow balm can be tricky, it can feel gritty. If it is, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just bits of tallow that re-solidified differently than the rest. And if you just smooth it onto your face, it melts in like 5 seconds. But a lot of people prefer it to be smooth, and that is what this is.